Is Venom 3 the worst movie ever made? No. Is Venom 3 the best movie ever made? Yes. Um, Venom 3, I just got back from seeing it, and let me tell you guys, it is a movie of all time. Much like its first two movies, it fucking blows dick. It's not good. I would personally say it is the worst out of the Venom trilogy. I actually think the Carnage one is better because like the first one was okay, like it wasn't great, you know. But this one really just takes the cake. So let me just explain. I'm gonna spoil the movie here. I hate to ruin it for you if you haven't seen it, but I don't really like doing movie reviews that much either because I think too many people do them. But I just really need to talk about my passion for this wonderful film. So basically, the movie starts out with Noel on the he's on like this little planet thing, and he's like opening his portals. He's like, oh, I need a he needs a stone. He needs a stone that is inside of Venom because him and Eddie or Venom saved Eddie from dying in the first movie, so that has a stone in his brain, and Noel needs that to get out of prison so he can rule everything. Which, like, I don't know if that's a comic thing. I don't know if that's how it works, and that's why like Venom and Noel beef with each other. I didn't think that part was terrible, but I don't think it's great. It's something. Okay, so and by the way, the way that is how the movie starts. It's Noel talking and just doing some crazy like I don't know the word for it is, but just explaining the plot terribly. Not like letting you kind of learn it. He just explains it in a bad way. It's terrible. It's terrible. Then it cuts to the Marvel thing, whatever. And then we cut to this stupid bar, the that is in the end of No Way Home, and Eddie's talking to the Mexican guy, and he's like, "Oh, you guys have a purple guy that likes rocks." Like, oh my gosh, it's so fucking stupid. And then he like goes back to his own universe because he gets sucked in by the Null portal, not a Doctor Strange portal, a Null portal. Can we stop? Please, I am begging. Can we stop involving military characters in movies? It is the worst fucking thing on the planet. There is not a movie out there that has a good military plot. It's so ass. I hate it. Every time. Transformers tried to do it. Um, any other movie ever has tried to do it, and this, unfortunately, is one of them. And I don't know why, but the guy that plays as Mordo from Doctor Strange is the main military guy. I don't know why. I also just don't care. So anyway, okay. Venom gets he attracts the big alien thing, and then the military's like, "Oh, Venom, you're evil." And then he leaves like a little part of him. And then okay, I don't understand why. It just cuts to this stupid blonde lady laying in a fucking bed. That is never explained properly in the movie. All we know is she doesn't have an arm and she kind of likes symbiotes, and for some reason she is dreaming about living with her brother on a beach. And that is the only thing they explain about her. I don't know anything else about this stupid woman with a voice that I don't like that much. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the stupid movie properly. This movie, by the way, is an hour and 30 minutes. It felt like 3 hours, and it was so boring. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the lady dreams, and then she gets called into work. We get introduced to the military. Don't care. Sucked. The military, everything military related sucked. And they're like studying symbiotes, and the main guy, Mordo, I'm just gonna call him Mordo. I don't know his name in the movie, and I really don't care. He studies symbiotes. Ooh, whoa. And then the blonde lady is like, you can kind of tell, oh, maybe she agrees with them, or maybe she likes them a little bit, right? So then, oh fuck, where I don't even remember this movie. Then they cut to Venom again, I think. Was it? Yeah. Or no, maybe they showed. Oh, that's right. Okay, they show Lasher. I think it was Lasher, or he has a big green symbiote. Maybe it was Toxin. I don't really know. And he has a symbiote now, and they have this horrible scene where he's like talking, but the symbiote's talking. And it sounds terrible. Also, the symbiote that is voicing Toxin sounds the green symbiote. I don't know any names. It sounds the exact same as Venom. It is the same voice. I don't get it. Also, that's another thing I don't like. I could barely tell. Like Venom sounds weird. He doesn't sound like I could barely understand what he's saying in the first like third of the movie. Um, which I mean I know he's a funny voice and whatnot, but like good lord. Oh, and then there was a scene. That's right, I forgot where Venom saves dogs from the Michael Vick clan of like people who abuse dogs, and then his shoe gets eaten. His shoe gets eaten 3 or 4 times in this movie, and you see his dirty. There's one part where it cuts to his dirty, stinky feet, and I don't know who on set has a foot fetish. I don't know why they keep incorporating Venom feet. Okay. Oh yeah, and then Venom, he's trying to go to New York because he has to. He's wanted. He's wanted by the government, so he's trying to go to New York, and then they're like, "Okay, Venom," or Venom talks to whatever the fuck their names are. Venom's like, "Oh, let's go to New York because they see Statue of Liberty," and he's like, "Okay," which that's cool because like Spider-Man lives in New York. That makes sense, right? So then Venom's on a plane. He not like sitting on a plane. He's attached to the outside of a plane, right? And they're like, "Oh, Eddie, I'm on a plane, funny." And so then the big alien comes out of the sky, and they fight on top of this plane, and somehow I just realized somehow Venom knows that the alien wants the cortex. That's the stone, by the way, that Venom has inside of him because he saved Eddie from dying. So he somehow knows this big alien wants that to revive Noel, right? So then Venom lands in Nevada next to Area 51, just coincidentally, where all the symbiotes are being studied, right? And Venom's like, Eddie, we have to get out of here. They get cut to Area 51 again, and they're talking to Lasher, or whatever symbiote it was. I don't know. The green one that looks like Mountain Dew, uh, uh, the Taco Bell one. Oh gosh, this is probably my least favorite part of this movie. There is this family. So, okay, he fights the big alien, right? I think, yeah, he wins against the alien and he's like running, and then there's this huge chase scene as well because the military finds out Venom's there because they hear it because he's close to Area 51. So then they're fighting against the military as well as the alien, and then Eddie almost detaches from, or he does detach from Venom, or Venom detaches from Eddie, sorry. And they're like in this chase scene, and that's where they do all the marketing things where you see Venom fish and frog, or no, and then Eddie before he turned into a horse. Oh my gosh, the horse. Okay. So they're walking in Nevada, and they're talking about the thing I just mentioned with the cortex, right? Okay, when Venom sees this horse, and then they do the horse thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen the horse thing. They go really far because he can make the horse go faster, whatever. Venom then lands, right, on the ground. And what do you think Eddie says in this scene? Do you think he says, wow, Venom, that was awesome. Can't believe we just did that. Wow, Venom, how did you make the horse go that fast? Venom, that was really scary. You almost got me there. Or, wow, Venom, I didn't know you could turn into a horse. Which one? A, B, C, or D? Which one do you think? That's right. He says, Venom, I can't feel my balls. And it was hilarious. The whole theater fucking laughed. I don't know how. Actually, no, I don't think. No, actually, that was the only time people didn't laugh. People laughed at like all the other jokes. People didn't laugh at that stupid joke. So, anyway, and then oh my gosh. Okay, so then there's the big chase scene. The military comes down. They're fighting the alien again. After fighting it on the plane, and then Venom turns into a frog, and then another fish, and then whatever, and then Venom has to shoot. Not Venom, sorry. Eddie shoots one of the people in the water, and he's like, I had to do it because you would have killed me, and I don't have Venom attached to me right now. And so then, this movie sucked so much, man. I think it cuts back to the military, and they talk to Toxin again, who doesn't have legs, by the way. I don't know why. He didn't have legs at all. He was like a little slug. Oh, that's right. So he finds this family, which I absolutely hate. He's walking through the forest, and this family, there's like a hobo, and the dad's like, I always wanted to meet an alien. I want to see aliens. And Venom's like, yeah, I think they're real. And then they sing the stupid Diamond Steve to Major Pickaxe Minecraft song in a van, and then he gets dropped off in Las Vegas, and they're weird and they look like predators. No, they okay. The dad did. Everyone else in the family was fine, and the daughter makes a joke about. Oh, listen, you look like one of the guys from my murder podcast. Oh my gosh, it sucks. It sucks. It's a bad. Please don't watch the movie. So he gets dropped off in Las Vegas, and then he goes to the casino, and for some reason, Mrs. Chen, I think her name was, I think that was her name, I don't remember, is at the casino coincidentally, and she's talking about, or she's playing slots, and there was a somewhat funny scene where Venom gets pissed on, and then he takes the suit, and then he goes and gambles, and he like clicks the button. That was kind of, I got a giggle. I got a giggle. I was like, huh, that's so me. I got like a good one of those out of there, and that's the most I laughed at the movie. Venom, he could have just not transformed into Venom, but he wants to dance with Mrs. Chen in her penthouse, so he does it anyway. And then the alien immediately finds him, by the way. I don't know how fast those fucking things move, but the Xeno symbiote, whatever it was called, I don't remember. I don't care. And so then he turns into Venom, and he goes and fights Alien, and then the military guy, I can't have symbiotes here. Well, he's mad, and then he's like, you killed one of my people. So they capture Eddie, and they detach him from the symbiote. The blonde lady, and then the other chick, the assistant, or whatever the fuck, she has a symbiote too. Or no, she takes Venom. I'm sorry, she doesn't have a symbiote. She takes Venom while the symbiote is detached from Eddie, and then oh my gosh, it's so bad. And then he magically gets it back after he's been captured by the military people, and the military guy's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." And so then Venom has to, the alien knows where he's at, because if Venom and the symbiote are detached, no, Eddie and Venom are attached, the rock makes a signal, and the alien knows where he is for some reason. So then he fights the alien again, and then they're like, release all the symbiotes. And so then all these symbiotes come out, and everyone gets a symbiote at this part of the movie, except for the military guy, Mordo, who dies at the end. Thank goodness. Thank you. He was so boring and annoying. And they all have this big battle, and that was the best part of the movie. Like, it was kind of cool seeing all the different symbiotes. Like, I know the assistant chick got a really cool one. And then Noel keeps sending all these aliens, and they have this scene where Venom and Eddie have to talk to each other, like, oh no, we're gonna die here. And then the stupid family that brought Eddie to Las Vegas shows up. They show up again as a not retcon, just as a not Mary Sue. That's not the right word either. Just as a plot helper. And they're like, well, we're here, and they saved Venom, I think, almost. Yeah, and then Venom protects them, and then Venom talks to the kid. He's like, aliens are real, buddy. And then they have a big explosion. Then Eddie's like, we're not going to make it, or Venom's like, we're not going to make it out. And so then he takes like 8 of the big Xeno symbiotes. He turns into one big one, and then he pours acid on all of them. And then that tells Noel to stop it. And so they leave him alone, and then Eddie passes out, and all the symbiotes, I think they just died. Yeah, they all died, except for the blonde lady who took one of the symbiotes and got her and her assistant out of there. And she has like a cool purple electricity symbiote, which actually does look kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of a stupid plot because the character's pointless and boring and no one cares about her. And I can't remember her name. I think she's supposed to be like the lizard of that dimension because she was missing an arm, so I don't know if they're trying to go for like a Kurt Connors thing. Anyway, it fucking sucked. The purple symbiote did look cool though, and it had like a cool ability, which was on screen for not even a minute. Also, Noel's only in this movie for 3 minutes at most, so if you're looking forward to seeing Noel, don't watch the movie. And they're just teasing him for Spider-Man 4, unfortunately, so that's wonderful. I love that. That's great. I'm so glad, Sony, that you'll be working on Spider-Man 4. That makes me really happy. And yeah, and then the post-credit scene. No, hang on. Then the movie ends, and then some military general's like, "Okay, Eddie, you can live by yourself now. You don't have to worry about Venom." Venom kills himself, by the way. He takes all of the symbiotes and he kills himself. I think I said that, yeah. And then the military general guy, I don't know who he is. He's like, "Oh, you're respected now, and your record is clear." And then he walks around New York. I don't know how he got in New York. And then he looks at the Statue of Liberty, which, by the way, the fucking Peter Griffin song, the Maroon 5 Peter Griffin song, how does it go? Cheers to the ones that we love. I'm not kidding. That is the ending of the movie.
Here's to the ones that we got.
and then it cuts to black, and then there's a post-credit scene where Noel's like, ah! That's literally all he did. And then the ending of the movie has the Mexican guy at the bar, and he says everything's destroyed, and I think they showed like a Venom cockroach. So Venom didn't even die, which they showed at the beginning of the movie because he was a little sludge there. And then the movie ends, and you're sitting in your seat, and you're just thinking, why would I ever watch this piece of shit movie? Please do not watch Venom 3. Go watch anything else. I think Transformers 1 is still out. Go watch that movie. Two and a half out of 10. Bad movie.